we always think celebrities. We always think fancy people, celebrities, movie stars. I'm a sports guy. I always think sports guys. Okay? People who inherit money. Those are the people we think are millionaires. They are not all the millionaires. Okay? A lot of millionaires are normal, average people who built up a financial future with knowledge, planning, consistent practices over a long period of time. So, what do the rich know that the poor don't? Or what do they do that the poor don't? Here's a good example. Here's why the poor are getting poorer. They have bad habits and they make bad decisions, and it adds up. Usually the poor don't budget. The poor don't have financial goals for retirement, college education, healthcare, and more. They have expensive tastes. And when I get to this one, I shouldn't smile, but think about yourself. Okay, ladies, do we have too many purses? Guys, do we have too many ball caps? Okay. One of my occupations is a coach. We had a player, I'll say 5 years ago, had 18 pair of basketball shoes. Nike basketball shoes aren't cheap. He had 18 pair of basketball shoes. We only played 26 games. Why do you need 18 pair of shoes? You only have one pair of feet. That's where your money's going. So, the poor also live on credit cards, debt, liabilities, and a large portion, like I talked about earlier, a large portion of their money goes to interest. They don't understand interest. We get a credit card, we swipe it, and then if we're paying the minimum, we're paying a lot more than that. They don't prepare for emergencies. They work for a living. Okay? They work for someone else. And this one, they don't always have good knowledge or often aren't interested in financial matters. I have a friend of mine who just turned 50, and I'm trying to talk to her. Now she's opening up and talking to me, but she's 50. She has told me she won't be able to retire. She's told me that. So I'm trying to help her. She's 50. We don't have a lot of time to get her money. Before she wanted to talk to me, I'm like, who's going to help you with your retirement? Who is your financial person? Her answer, my son. My response, you mean the 26-year-old in the basement that works part-time at a convenience store is your financial advisor? He's going to help you retire? Not a chance. When I told that to her, she wants to talk to me a little more. Okay? So, it baffles me that people aren't concerned about their own finances. Sorry, I'm glad she ain't here because I'm making fun of her. Your 26-year-old doesn't know anything, okay, other than how to play video games. So, it is time for a change. It is absolutely time for a change. Believe in a financial education. That is what we are. That is what we do. Your future is not in the hands of your employers, your union, or your government. And government, it ain't either side. I don't go political. Doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. The government don't care how much money you have unless they're taking it from you. Okay? They worry about your money when they're collecting taxes. Otherwise, they ain't going to help you. It's not in the hands of your banker or your broker. It's in your hands. Okay? Your future is in your hands. You need to learn how to make money, save money, accumulate or grow our money, and protect our money. That's what the rich people do that the poor people don't often do. So, being financial educated, you become your own money manager. Okay? Learn what you don't know to help yourself. Knowing less is costing you more. Understand how money works. Okay? Now go back. The rich people understand how money works. They're making money while they sleep. They understand how to use the system that we're not educated to know how to use. Make money work for you. So, building a strong financial foundation. You cannot build wealth without building a strong financial foundation. Okay? Here is the financial foundation. Proper protection, debt management, emergency fund, and invest. Okay? It's like building a house. You have to start from the ground up. Too many of us work here and we miss these 3 steps. And when one of these things happens, our financials collapse because we're worried about investment. We don't understand we have to go from the ground up. We want to take people from financial insecurity to financial security and eventually, more important, financial independence. So let's look at the system of building wealth from the ground up. Proper protection. Learn how to protect your income, your health, your assets. Wills. A lot of people don't have wills. Okay, that's how you protect some of that. Become debt-free. Manage your debt, become debt-free. This is in one of our workshops. I run through it quickly. Okay, so if you need to know more, attend one of our workshops. Take your debt from top to bottom. It's debt roll-up. Here, if this is your debt, right now, to pay the minimum, you'd pay almost $2,800. What we do with the debt roll-up, we add another $100 to the equation. A lot of people are like, I can't find another $100. Attend one of our workshops, you'll find $100. I attended the workshop, I could have found a lot more, made 3 easy moves, and all of a sudden I was making $130 more a month. Just like, oh, okay, so our workshops will help that. So if you don't think you have $100, we'll help you find $100. But now, instead of paying the minimum, we're gonna add an extra $100. This is our budget to get out of debt. So now we're paying $110 per month on our lowest debt. Instead of 19 months, that's gonna take 2 months to pay off with just that extra $100. Now, when you get done with that, your extra $100 doesn't go back in your pocket. It stays in here. It's part of your budget to get you out of debt. And we roll it up. Now we're paying $160 a month to get rid of the home improvement. See, it went from 38 to 10 months. We keep rolling up that money that we'd already budgeted. Keep rolling it up, till we basically get to our last debt. Instead of 360 months, it now took us 210 months to pay off our mortgage. With that extra $100 that you added, that became your monthly budget to pay off your debt, we went from 30 years to 17 and a half to get out of debt. That's almost half. Instead of being in debt for the next 30 years, we cut it down to 17 and a half. Now, imagine if we made this 150, 200, 300, how fast we could get out of debt. So, emergency fund. We recommend that you learn to keep 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. You need tires, you have home improvements, you get laid off. 3 to 6 months of your income we need for an emergency fund. And then then we talk about investments. We learn how to save and invest. So, quickly on investments. Let's just assume your income is $60,000 a year and you put away 10%. That's $5,000 a month. That's $17 a day. Okay? You start at age 30. At 8%, at age 30, putting in $500 a month. At age 60, you're going to have almost $750,000 at 8% for an investment of $500 a month. But what if we can find you 10%? That's only 2%. To me, that doesn't seem like a lot. It just doesn't. It's not going to be a lot. Problem is, if you get 10%, you're getting $1.1 million by the time you're 60 in 30 years at a $500 a month investment. I will take $1.1 million. Now, picture, we'll go to the next tab. You hit 60. let's stop putting money into our account. We did that. At that 8%, your money will double every 9 years. This is the rule of 72. It's in our book, which I'll talk about the book later, and it's in one of our workshops. Your money will double every 9 years. So, your $750,000 just sitting there without you putting in more money will become $1.5 million in 9 years. So, I'll take $1.5 million by the age of 69. How about again, that 10%? There's only 2% more. Your 10% is going to double at 7.2 years. My 10% just became $2.3 million by the age of 67. That's a lot of money over 37 years. Putting in $500 a month, you can get to $2.3 million. That, here it is. Welcome to financial independence. By the time I'm 67, I would love to have $2.3 million. And I did nothing after the age of 60. I didn't put any more money in. So, we also have to understand taxes. We don't totally understand taxes in this country because we pay them all the time, we just pay them. Tax now. So like you're checking your savings. Tax later, or tax deferred. Certain retirement plans, annuities, you'll be taxed after you take your money out, or tax advantage, the word we like, advantage. That's like life insurance, your HSA. This is your opinion question, okay? You're 20 years old, you start working. Do you assume you're gonna have a better salary by the time you're 30 or 40? If you have a better salary by the time you're 30 or 40, you might be in a different tax bracket. So by the time you retire, they're taking taxes out at the end of this. You're gonna pay more in taxes if taxes go up, or you go from, again, a lower tax bracket to a higher tax bracket. With a tax advantage, this is after-tax money. So when I retire and I collect my money, I don't pay taxes on it. So that is up to you guys. Are taxes gonna go up? Am I gonna be making more money when I'm retiring? Am I gonna be in a different tax bracket? Sit down with the person who invited you. We also have workshops on this, okay? But this is stuff we don't understand. A lot of people put money here. If you believe taxes are going down in this country, that's probably a pretty good option. Most of us don't believe taxes are going down in this country anytime soon. Are you paying too much? I'm referring to this book and I haven't got it to it yet. It's on page 17 of our Saving Your Future book. We have something called the CEP, College Education Preparation. Getting out of high school, there's more to it than just saying, I'm going to that college. We are partnered up with 2 coaching firms that's all they do is work on college admission, essays, career choices to eliminate some of the mistakes. One of the mistakes we make in this country, and I probably made it when I was that age, if you're paying $30,000 a year to go to college, and you go that 5th year, that's costing you $30,000. That doesn't seem like a lot when you've already paid $120,000 for college. Problem is, if you go that extra year, not only are you paying $30,000, but what if you got out of college and had a $40,000 a year job? That means in that year, you lost $70,000. I don't want to lose $70,000. And a lot of us don't think about that. A lot of parents don't think about that. That extra year, and that's what our coaches do. We want to get you in, we give you a roadmap to get in college and get out of college as fast as you can. Pick a major, not just something that you think is cool, something there's jobs in the future for. So the groups we partner up with do a very good job of educating younger people and parents how to get through college. We also don't understand retirement. And this comes back to, is your government going to help you? When should you claim Social Security? The importance of medical care and other medical expenses, and taxes in retirement. I'm coming back, this is a question for you. A lot of people, oh, I retire, I'm going to get Social Security. Do you know how much you're going to get? That's one. A lot of people are very surprised to find out how much they're actually going to get, and they can't retire. The other thing is, again, this is up to you to decide. I'm not giving my opinion. There's a lot of talk about Social Security. Is there going to be Social Security around in 10, 15, 20 years? Some of you younger guys, are you going to have Social Security in 35 years? Okay, that's up to you to think about. I'm not speculating. So, let's hear from some of our campaigners. Hey, Jesus, financial education is the best thing I could share with someone. It's for their future. From Tequila, I became a member of WSB because I love the idea of becoming financially educated and helping others, especially my family, do the same. Dolly, I'm very thankful for the WSB community. Daily they stretch my vision, give me hope to do and be better, and most importantly, help me overcome challenges. And then Lodi attended one of our workshops. Workshops changed my mindset and attitude towards money. With the help of WSB, I created a personal financial strategy and found out I was behind on my retirement goals and grossly underprotected. The education and support truly changed my life, saved my family. Now I'm proud to say I am on my way to building a strong financial future, building wealth. So here we get to the books. These are our books. This is our Saving the Future book. We call it the Blue Book. This is about 90-page financial information, like you talking to your friend, like you talking to your neighbor, like someone you know talking to you. It is not a thick financial textbook with a lot of confusing stuff. This is, normal people can read this, understand this, and share this information. The other thing we have is our workbook. Our workbook goes along with our workshops. Of course, we'd love you to go to the workshops and take notes, but there's information in here where you take notes, and I'll find a page. I took some notes there, so I can go back and refer to some of these pages in case I missed something, don't remember it. So these are our two main books to educate people. So be a part of our campaign. We are revolutionizing the financial industry. We want everyone to be financial educated. We have over 300 financial centers in the US and Canada. Be a part of our financial education platform. Here's the workshops I was talking about. Workshop 1, building and saving wealth. Workshop 2, increasing cash flow and debt management. Workshop 3, preparing with proper protection. Workshop 4, your health, your wealth. Workshop 5, understanding asset accumulation strategies. And workshop 6, fulfilling long-term goals. And when I read those, it's like, I know somebody who needs that. I know somebody, names pop in my head. And since I do this, but all of you can think of probably somebody who needs one of those workshops. You have friends and family that might need help with something like that. Our workshops are phenomenal. We also, and Dolly talked about it before, we are a community that cares. As of February, we had almost 80,000 members in our Facebook community page. What that is, and I go there daily. So we have 300 offices. I don't know the person in New York. I don't know the person in San Jose. But we share our stories so I can learn. What did somebody else do? Oh, that makes sense. I like that. We encourage each other. We put our successes on there. But again, I don't know everyone in the 300 offices. But if somebody posts on this, I can connect with them and find out, oh, what did you do there? That's interesting. So Where can we do our financial education? We do it in homes, we can do it in public libraries, schools and universities. I always point this one out. Maybe it's just I'm impressed. This says Harvard Law School on it. That is one of our campaigners, Dr. Dolly Amaya. She is at Harvard teaching our financial education to people that might be, Harvard's one of the best universities in the world. We've gone to Harvard and Columbia. One of our campaigners, and again, maybe it's just me, that's impressive. We're in Harvard teaching our stuff to some of the maybe smartest people in the world. We can go to places of worship. Small businesses, corporations, there we are presenting at Oracle. Here's the other one that makes me smile. Government agencies, I always point this out too. Here's one of our campaigners. I'm impressed with that because I wouldn't be able to do that. There's one of our campaigners. She presented at the FBI headquarters. It's like, you couldn't, I'm not in trouble, but you couldn't get me to, she's presenting at the FBI headquarters. I'm like, that's impressive. I could not do that. That would make me nervous. Who else do we want to help? Our friends and family. People we know, the people we love. And since COVID, we do have a large online connection. A lot of my people and partners and teammates don't live in Minnesota. So we connect quite often using Zoom and all the other stuff we really didn't have before COVID. We can reach anyone in this country. We just gotta find them. So we are a community that gives back. Everyone deserves a financial education. Every human deserves clean water. WSB is the official brand partner with Charity Water. As of mid-2020, we had contributed $1.7 million. That was the mid of 2020. So we need to come up, there needs to be a new normal. Oh, sorry, this is where I get caught. This is me. This slide actually gets me going. COVID happened. Here's where my story comes in. I was an account executive at a radio station. That's a fancy title and means I sold ads. COVID hit. Okay, so I sat down with my boss. We're gonna flatten the curve. That was the goal in this country. So I get laid off. Okay, I get it. Restaurants, bars, places weren't open. They're not gonna advertise on the radio. We're gonna flatten the curve. I'm like, I got 2, 3, maybe 4-month vacation. I honestly was excited. He was gonna handle my accounts. I had a little vacation that wasn't planned because, again, I just thought we were gonna flatten the curve and take 2 to 4 months. And a lot of people thought that. Here's the problem. It took longer than that. I didn't have enough emergency fund to go as long as I did. The other issue is, so my boss took my accounts. He was gonna handle them. He figured out over COVID why I thought I was on vacation. He can take my accounts and he can pocket $3,500 to $5,000 a month. I didn't get my job back because my boss figured that out. Now, he was a nice guy because he gave some of the other salespeople my crappy accounts, so they thought he was wonderful. He took my big accounts that I had worked with, my people, the people I brought into the radio station, and he benefited off of it. And I didn't get my job back. And we turned to social media. And I'm in the financial world. People turn to social media. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? I can get on social media, make a YouTube video to tell you how to change a transmission. I don't know how to change a transmission. All the people you're getting information from, are they experts? Are they licensed? Do they know what they're talking about? And if you watch one video is telling you something, the other video is telling you something else. We've gone to social media to learn how to do stuff, but are the people on social media the people we should be listening to? Who's doing the podcast? Some 26-year-old in my friend's basement who's playing video games all day? We don't know who. That's why I'm glad these offices opened back up. This brought me into the business. When a door closes, another one opens. What are people looking for? They're looking for a change. I was looking for a change. People are looking for a better future, flexibility, freedom, lifestyle, a purpose. Life is too short to work for a living. When I got fired from my radio job, that's when I decided these things are very important to me. I'm done missing baptisms, weddings, funerals, being late for Christmas dinner because I had to work. And what was I working for? I mean, whatever I was getting, say I was getting $15 an hour. My boss is making money off me. I'm sick of making someone else rich, especially since I can get fired and made that guy richer. So that's when I made the change. So be a part of our business platform. We have world-class support. World Financial Group is a fast-growing organization with a diverse business platform in the financial industry. We have a holistic approach. We cover everything. Not everyone in the financial world does. And I am not the expert on everything. But if you're one of my friends or family, I'm your resource. I can find you to one of my business partners, teammates, that is the expert, who has the knowledge. We have an incredible track record. Our team mates have become financially independent. Many more make a really good income working this job part-time, paid off their debts, and they're building a strong financial future. You cannot be totally free until you're financially free. So it's time to think about making a change, changing your life. Save for your future. Increase your knowledge, make more money. That's simple. Build a future. Start building a business in an industry, become your own boss. That's what I did. I'm not working for anybody. I'm not missing my nephew's t-ball game ever again. Because my boss wasn't missing his kid's stuff. Be a part of something big. Share the campaign and build an organization throughout the country. You can have teammates. Most of my teammates do not live in Minnesota. These people are my teammates too. But a lot of my teammates don't live in Minnesota. Make a difference. Build a great family. Create and leave a legacy. Help the less fortunate. Help the people who don't know. So our financial literacy campaign, you've probably seen that, not know officially what it is. Our goal, we can educate 30 million people by 2030. We are trying to financially educate 30 million people by the year 2030. I didn't write this slide because it says we can. We will financially educate 30 million people by the year 2030. We are on pace. I want to know how big that number gets. It's not that we're going to get there. I want to see how much over that we get. We will educate those people. So, before I close and bring Rosemary back up. So, you heard my again, I get a little upset that I got canned and somebody, I thought I was smart financially. I don't know a lot of this stuff. I started thinking, well, I could go online and learn it. Then, I'm not going online to learn anything. I also thought about, well, I could go back to college, start taking financial classes. Do you know how much these 2 books would cost you if you went to college? College is expensive. So when I sat through that workshop, I decided to become a member. I think Rosemary talked about it. I was selfish. I'm like, I'm going to become a member and learn this stuff for myself. I went to the next workshop. I'm sitting there and I'm like, does my brother know this? Does my sister know this? Who do I know? If I didn't know it, who knows this stuff? My second workshop is when I decided, I was already a member, when I decided to do this as a business. I want to help my friends. I want to help my family. I want to help their friends. I want to help their family. I want everyone to become financially educated because not everybody wants you to be financially educated. I don't know how the stock market works, but guess what? Now that I'm here, I know people who do. And if you need to know how the stock market works and you contact me, I'm contacting somebody that's going to talk with you and explain it to you. I am not the expert. I am people's resource. That is what I got into the business for. So I'd like to thank you for coming. I hope I didn't go too long. I wasn't looking at the clock. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much. Please, can you guys give Tom a very, very good hand?